Hi there, thanks for joining me today in the Carpenter shop. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 4 reads as follows: Father, do not exasperate your children, instead bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. It reminds me of a story, you probably heard it, about a man who is shopping in a supermarket back in the days where you could only go both ways instead of just one way. You know, we've made all these changes with the social distancing now that we've kind of just changed the whole way that we go grocery shopping. But this was back in the olden days when you could just wander about and go anywhere you wanted. And this dad was pushing his cart, and as he did, he had with him a cartload of stuff and a screaming baby. As he proceeded along the aisles, he kept repeating softly, "Keep calm, George. Don't get excited, George. Don't get upset, George. Don't yell, George." And a lady that just happened to watch him and pass him a couple of different times as they went different ways on the aisle said, "You know, I want you to know you are doing a great job, and I want to commend you on your patience and trying to keep little George quiet." The man just shook his head and said, "Ma'am, you don't understand. I'm George." In our lives, there are a lot of things that will upset us, and there's a lot of times that we need to make sure that we don't lose it. I think most parents can identify with George in the supermarket, and there's been times where maybe we want the Bible to read this way: children, don't annoy your fathers while in the supermarket, or something like that. But in the midst of it all, we're reminded in this context, especially as you put the verses into a setting that we can all understand, the general idea that's being communicated here is that we all have a responsibility in how we treat each other, in the way that we deal with one another, and it's a reminder to deal with one another with integrity and love. In other words, we're supposed to model the love of Christ in all the places we go, in all the situations we're in, whether you're a dad, whether you're a mom, or whether you're even a little kid. And so remember the story about George in the supermarket. Remember the context of where the book of Ephesians sets this, and remind yourself as you move through life today, model for others in such a way that they can look at you and see Jesus. It's just something to think about, and I'll join you next time here in the Carpenter shop.